Hey, it's been a while since we spoke, or since I've taken you out on a training walk. I was originally going to just stay in and watch some TV while I ate, and maybe go to the gym tonight. And then I looked out the window and I was like, man, is it gorgeous out. For June, it almost feels like fall or early spring for June. It's a fantastic feeling. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to take advantage of the weather. This way I don't have to go to the gym at night and I can watch General Hospital. Plus, I had just listened to a little earlier this morning. I put it on both my Twitter feed and my Facebook feed. A fantastic podcast that's being put out there by the Susan G. Komen Foundation. It's about a 15-minute podcast. Really, really great podcast. Talks about the little ways you can help reduce your risk of getting breast cancer. And one of those was they suggest working out for 4 hours a week. What could that mean? That could mean, walking around the mall for an hour without stopping. Or, like today, going out on a lunch walk and, taking in an hour here, an hour there. It's not that difficult, but sometimes it is. So they said if you can't get in 4 hours, do at least 2. That 2 hours can help reduce it by 20% and 4 hours by 40% if I was listening correctly. Whatever the percentage is, however, if you can do anything to help reduce your risk, that's a plus in my book. But take the time, like I said, it's on both my Twitter feed and on my Facebook feed. Take the time to listen to it. Like I said, it's about like a 15-minute podcast. It's not very long. And considering the amount of times we on Facebook will click a link with, where are the stars now? And we're reading the thing for 10 minutes to find out, who still is on television, who isn't, who dealt with drugs and whatever, yada, yada, yada. You could take that same 10, 15 minutes and learn a little bit about how to reduce your chance of getting breast cancer. Another little thing of note for my friends in North Andover, I did a little research. And it seems that I am the only person from North Andover who is currently registered for any of the 3 days nationwide, let alone the Boston 3-day, which starts on September 6th. Now, goodness knows I am nowhere near the only person who would be possibly affected, but I am the only person who's walking on behalf of all of North Andover and anybody who loves anybody who's in North Andover. So with that said, there's got to be at least 18 people out there from North Andover that we can represent and remember at different mile markers. No minimum contribution. Whatever, if they won't allow you to put $5 on, electronically, send me a text. I'll send you an email with the form that you can print out, and you can send them a check or a debit card on a form. Let's get around the tourists. There we go. With, the ability so that you could do it where it's only $5. I'm less concerned about the dollar donation. I've met my $2,300 minimum requirement to walk. Woo-hoo. Thanks to all the support out there of everybody who has supported me. So I'm more interested right now in making sure that no mile goes unremembered. Remembering somebody who has fought, who continues to fight breast cancer, or any other type of cancer. Because if we can crack the code for one, it can help us crack the code for all. And, Wouldn't you like to be able to say that, like certain other infectious diseases, you know, they are a thing of the past? You know, or there's a de minimis chance of getting them if you get a vaccine. You know, so this is one of those things where it's important. It's important to me for the reasons I walk, but I walk also for the reasons that everybody else has. You know, and in my case, it's walking in honor and memory of my grandmother. But for you, it might be in honor and memory of your wife, your best friend, your husband, your brother. You know, people tend to forget that men get breast cancer as well. Not as high of a percentage. And I've spoken to many women along the way who have fought breast cancer and talked to me about how there's always, you know, one gentleman at least in the treatment rooms when they've gone, and you know how embarrassing it is for these guys. You know, they're being afflicted with a disease that primarily affects women. Not only, but primarily. We're going to wait for the light, because where I'm talking to you guys, I don't want to play chicken with the cars that are coming. But you know, you've got these guys who are also battling this disease, who, you know, is predominantly women, and you know, here they are feeling like the lone wolf type of a thing. So we do have to remember that this does not affect just women. It's just primarily women, but it does affect men, probably more men than people realize. So remembering that this is not just women, that it's also men, is something that is very important for people to remember. But doing my traditional walk during lunch around the parks, got a lot of tourists out, got a lot of work crews out doing whatever they're doing. It's a nice day. And taking advantage of being outdoors. If you're having nice weather, hold on, let's walk around this truck. If you're having nice weather in your area, I don't know, you know, if you're in eastern Massachusetts, it's stunning out. If you're in other parts of the country, hopefully you're having some nice weather too. Take advantage of it. Right now, I think we're 14 weeks out from the walk. I have to double check my little notebook here. My trusted little notebook that I carry around, because sometimes I would forget my own name if it wasn't firmly implanted on my driver's license. So today we are in the week of June 2nd, 13 weeks out from the walk. I should remember that. Excuse me, because when I spoke yesterday, I said lucky 13. 13 weeks out. Wow. I've done some 6-mile training walks. Supposedly there's a 10-mile training walk that I'm going to be able to do in and around the Lowell area on Saturday. Once I get more information about that. You know, they always welcome people. You have to sign a waiver. But they always welcome people to join on the training walks. Helps you get fit, and it kind of helps cheer us along. We haven't gotten the route yet. So when from what I understand, that comes out a couple of weeks before the walk. But when I do get that route, sure as heck, I'll be posting that. because I'll be expecting anybody and everybody along the way to come and cheer us on. They're always looking for cheer teams and dance teams and, all sorts of other folks to come and just cheer people on. So once we find out the route of the walk, if you happen to be at or close or along the route of the walk, you can always come out and cheer for us. Helps a lot. But I'm gonna let you go. People are like looking at me, not that I could give a crap. When have anybody known for me to give a crap? But I am gonna let you go. Thank you for joining me on this part of my walk. Remember 2 things. Well, 3 things actually. 1, listen to that podcast and listen to how, just a little bit of activity each week can help reduce your chances. 2, if you live in North Andover, come on out and support me. I'm the only registered walker from the rolls that I had connection to that states that I'm walking from North Andover. And it's closed now to be able to walk all 3 days for North Andover. So although people might sign up for the last day, I'm the only one who's walking all 3 days. And 3, we got 13 weeks out. We've got about 18 mile markers that still need to be sponsored. Remember somebody. No minimum donation. I'm less concerned about the amount of money. I'm more concerned about remembering somebody. So I hope you enjoyed walking with me for this little time. And we'll see you soon. Take care.